What's up, everyone? This is your boy Julian with Cloutfinder, and I got my guy in the building, Justin Allen, aka Godflow. How are you doing today, man?
Blessed, brother, blessed. Really excited to lock in with you.
Because for the most part, we already talk like every day, so it's great to actually, go live with you and just have a conversation where, I mean, this is what we always do, but for everyone who doesn't know you, you're a very talented guy. You're a producer, you're a director, you're a executive producer, you're an artist, you're just an overall creative. And, why don't you just kind of give people a little hint of your background, what you're all about, what you do, and who you are?
For sure. So, yeah, like you were saying, this is a really natural
You there,
conversation.
Justin?
Yeah, you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like you were saying, this is a really natural conversation. Um, Definitely a brother to me. So, this is probably the most seamless interview I'll do, right? Between you and I. But for folks who don't know me, Justin Allen, I was born in Queens, grew up in Atlanta. My faith is a really big part of my life. I grew up with God fearing parents, a Christian household, and they introduced me to church at a really young age. And in church is where I fell in love with music at a really young age. So, gospel
Mm.
music specifically. That led me to start playing keyboard and being able to play keys and sing a bit in Atlanta, which was a music city and an R&B hip hop heavy city, especially, I was born in 1990. So over the years, I really saw this kind of boom of entertainment and the Black Hollywood that we know Atlanta to be today. That was all happening as I was growing up, and got into studio culture in Atlanta. So took my, talent for singing and playing keys, started applying that to recording music and learned Pro Tools and some other digital audio workstations and how to produce and cut records and write. And eventually went to school. Uh, Sound design was my major in college, and split my time between Berklee College of Music and Emerson College in Boston. Was kind of working the audio recording and the composition, uh, music creation end at both of those schools. And yeah, man. So kind of took my love for music, started to apply it to some other things like film and TV, and moved to LA, which is a hub for entertainment, and folks with talent and creativity come out here all the time. And that's my story as well. Found myself working on more projects and getting to compose on some TV shows and movies and comedy specials, and work with companies like HBO, Showtime, Netflix, on the music side of things. And over time, my curiosity grew for other areas of telling stories, and found myself wanting to write and produce more than just music, but also the TV and film stuff that I was working on. So I've been developing projects, developing a really special project with somebody who's on the other end of this call, um, and, uh, and you, Julian, but also, working on some stuff with my wife, and some other projects with some directors out here. Most recently, this really talented brother named Dr. Lewis Jones, and as well as pursuing my own projects as a writer, producer for film, TV, and music. So when people ask me what I do these days, I'll just tell them, I write and produce, um, and those are the different mediums I'm interested in right now: film, TV, and music.
That's awesome, bro. And it's so funny because every time I talk to you, it's like there's something else. And so right now you're getting into the writing and production side of television. You've been in music for so long, but you're a great artist. Like you can draw, and then you're a very talented, overall musician with playing different instruments. And so, what are the ways? Like, what are all the different ways you enjoy to like express yourself creatively?
Yeah. So I would definitely consider myself, a Renaissance man. Like growing up, I wasn't super inclined with the whole sports. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's always kind of big for my age, so I was formidable, but I was never, one of the nicest players on any sports team I was ever on. But I was often the most creative or the most artsy kid in class. I could always draw. I could always had a good ear to pick out notes and create songs, and um, I think that's why I've always had like a mix of girl and guy friends growing up, because I wasn't like a super aggressive, bro-y kind of sports guy. I was always a little more sensitive, low key, um, quiet, and drawing, writing songs, poems, stories in my head a lot. And it's dope to be in the entertainment industry where you can really make a living off of your imagination and honing those skills. So I do it all, man. I have to focus on certain things in different seasons of my life. That's why I'm focusing on the film, TV, and music, which really go hand in hand. You know, every film and TV show you ever watched has music in it, and oftentimes films get adapted into shows, TV shows get adapted into films. So all those things are talking together. I'm focusing on that now. But you're right, I do draw. I even you know want to write like a book at some point, multiple books, but one thing at a time, or at least a few things at a time, that I know God has called me to focus on. And those are the things I'm working on.